Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, it looks as though the war between Tinubu and Ambode is deep, is bitter, and is very personal. So it's deep, is bitter, and is very personal. So guys, I bring you this. We will never allow Ambode to become a minister. So this is what groups loyal to Tinubu are saying. So that's the headline. We will never allow Ambode to become a minister. So this is what the headline is. So now let's get into the body of it. Following reports that President Muhammadu Buhari is considering the former governor of Lagos State, Akinwumi Ambode, as a minister in his second term, the All Progressive Congress APC in the state has vowed not to allow the presidency to reward Ambode's disloyalty. News reports gathered that the position is being fronted by the party men loyal to the national leader of the ruling party, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the same group that edged out Ambode in favor of Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Top party chiefs in the mandate group accused the ex-governor of frustrating many party members in Lagos State during his tenure, and there was, therefore, the need to teach him a lesson. Consequently, the aggrieved party men were said to be making moves to petition the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) over Ambode's alleged financial misappropriation and corruption. One of the party sources who spoke to a correspondent said Ambode tried to destroy the party in his first term. Apart from not being accessible, he revoked contracts belonging to party members and brought in his own companies. He tried to destroy our chances by trying to undermine Sanwo-Olu at every turn. He did not campaign for us, rather he was following Buhari all over the place. He should not expect to represent Lagos in any capacity. We will not allow him have any appointment. Another source said, Ambode is from Ondo State and he cannot deny it. Yes, he was governor in Lagos State, but the constitution allows that. However, the constitution states clearly that only an indigene of a state can represent that state as far as ministerial appointments are concerned. We will ensure that the 3 senators from Lagos State block his nomination in the event that he is nominated by the president. There must be party discipline. The source said a probe of Ambode's administration will soon commence, where the cases of alleged fraud and abuse of office will be exposed. However, a former aide to Ambode said, Ambode is already prepared for the worst since they have already humiliated him. Buhari even appealed to them to let Ambode return as governor, but they refused. They then tried to impeach him, but they failed. They should remember that Ambode was a permanent secretary and accountant general of the state before becoming a governor. He knows the secrets of all those making threats. Anybody who is on a mission of revenge could be digging his own grave in the process. I won't say more than that. So there you have it, the goings on in Lagos State. Ambode, who was one of the marquee governors that emerged out of that first term, I think is the only one that really put in a performance. There may be a handful of them, maybe one in the East as well. I don't know, but it's certainly the leading name out of all of the governors of that 2015 to 2018 tenure. He was the one that did the most. You have to go to Lagos State to see everything that this guy has done. Go drive from the airport and you see all the roads that he has built, everything that he has done. So all of Lagos State acknowledged that this guy did a lot for the state. So now they have now weighed against him and they have managed to maneuver him out of a second term. The guy fought very hard and he highlighted some key points about Sanwo-Olu. Now, when he was highlighting these key points about Sanwo-Olu. He was battling then for the candidacy for his party with Sanwo-Olu. So of course, politics is a dirty game, and there's a lot of mudslinging, and there was a lot of data that he had on Sanwo-Olu, his mental health conditions, his drug habits, his record in the United States, which is linked to corruption and malpractices, etc. So he highlighted all this, and which is fair enough, because in politics, this is how they fight it. You mudsling your opponent and color them bad, and this is exactly what he did. And when then the party then decided that no matter what, they're going to go with Sanwo-Olu, he was then the first person to raise Sanwo-Olu's hands up and say, okay, this is the person we're going with. I aligned myself, and as soon as his tenure came to an end, he immediately started to rebrand himself as the former governor. He didn't waste any time, so he did all really that was expected of him or anybody in his position. So quite what the personal gripe is that they have against this guy remains a mystery to a lot of us, because not only did they do him out of that office, they also tried to impeach him, you will remember. So a lot of people are now of the view that there are elements that are at play that might not be visible to the naked eye. And one of the first elements that they are pointing at is that this Ambode was a performing governor. It was a superstar governor. It was a technocrat, an administrator, a doer, and an achiever. And all of those achievements were being highlighted almost on a daily basis. The Marquis bus terminal that he built, the rebuilding of the airport road, all the link roads that he's building, the rebuilding of the or energizing of the Ibejuleki area, and all of these things is interaction with the business community, because of course he's from the big business community as well, so he understood the language. And one of the first people that was coming forward to pat him on the back was actually people like N0'T, because N0'T was saying, look, this chap, you speak the language that we speak and we will support you. He said that all the way through his tenure. So now with this guy start rising, and with the presidency coming to the southwest in 2023, all things being equal, the calculation and the reading is therefore that that the country is completely fed up with the same type of politicians, the Buharis, the Obasanjos, the Tinubus, all these names that have been recurring for 50, 60, 40 years, and the country is in the state that it is. So the country is looking for a paradigm shift in terms of governance. They are looking for a contemporaneous person. They are looking for somebody that is off now. They are looking for somebody that has a track record of achievement. They are looking for somebody that they are able to vest some confidence in. They are looking for a younger, not really a young, but a younger type of candidate. They are looking for a shift from that old cartel to a new paradigm. So a paradigm shift is what the country is looking for, and that paradigm shift is embodied in somebody like Ambode, because Ambode is a younger man. I think he's around about 50 thereabout. He's an educated man, he's an achiever. He has the CV to present to the Nigerian state to say, look at what I've done in Lagos state, and look at the time span that I have done it. I have completely transformed this state to an international standard state. So why don't you then let me do this for the rest of the country? So they were looking at that. And of course, Tinubu has always been eyeing the presidency, and Tinubu's position is at the front of the list of the people to replace Buhari. So it's Tinubu's position to lose. So Tinubu has now done that calculation that if this guy serves a second term and he completely transforms Lagos State for the better, there will be no stopping him then in the tilt towards the presidency. Because also Buhari is also of the recognition that Nigeria wants a shift. He's just foisted himself again on the country, but he knows that when he finishes his term, the country will be ready for a complete change of direction in terms of the type of personalities that govern that country. And Ambode is one of the leading names that is emerging from that new breed of politicians that is coming through. So now, to circumvent him and to subvert him, Tinubu has now moved quickly to pull the rug rather from under his feet and to stumble him and to falter him. So now to stumble him and to falter him, he has done by completely deleting him from Lagos State for a second term. But then, of course, the achievement of this guy is already on record. So now Buhari, who has already identified this guy as an achiever and identified him as the potential replacement to himself, with the power to transit back to the southern parts, which he should, he has now then made that decision to give this guy a ministerial position so that this guy can continue to recur within the Nigerian space in terms of his achievements, so they can continue to acknowledge and associate the Ambode name with achievements. So this is now what Buhari is trying to do by giving this guy a ministerial position. So he's going to give him a prominent ministerial position as well, where this guy can shine. So now Tinubu has now recognized this move again, and he has now sent his people to go and start putting out missives, and he also will now be going to Buhari himself to say, look, Buhari, if you put this guy in, it's going to be trouble between you and I, and you don't really want to take me on because I brought you in and I can take you down. So this is really now the position that Tinubu is taking, that he's going to subvert this guy to prevent him from becoming a minister, because he doesn't want this guy to continue to achieve in order to rival him for the presidency come 2023. And I personally would rather President Ambode than a President Tinubu, because a President Tinubu is just going to be another bullion van rather sort of presidency, where they're just cargoing dollars all over the place, and we are fed up of all that kind of behavior. Enough is enough of all that. So if you can have an Ambode who has done what he has done in Lagos State, go repeat that on the national stage, then we stand a better chance than if we have Tinubu, because Tinubu is potluck. It can be brilliant or it can be a complete waste, and if it's a complete waste, then it's just another round of suffering for the people. But Ambode can also be brilliant, and there's a lesser chance that it can be a complete waste, because he hasn't been a complete waste in Lagos State, rather he has been an achiever. So these are the calculations that is going on. So they're trying to subvert this guy so that his star doesn't continue to shine. They want to dull his star, they want to bring him down and fade him away from the public space, so that Tinubu can get a clear run to the presidency. This is my reading. What is yours? Conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting. But before you come join me in the comment section to have that conversation, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray, bell button, that way you are notified every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what you are making of all this in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section. But here I say peace.